What's up, Ron? Hey, I'm gonna show y'all some secret stuff today. You'll see behind me is the post office, but it's not a post office. People that walk by, they give me a stare because some of them going to the same place I'm going. I'm sitting out here. So you ain't really supposed to have your phone unless you're doing some work. So what's good with you, Ron? What you working on today? Yeah, I'm at work. It's cold, so I'm chilling too. Just getting done with some rain this morning. So we're trying to get back to some normalcy here. It was flooded at the house. So the fire department was giving us sandbags and stuff on Wednesday. So they gave us free sandbags. And we just had to help fill them. That's the stuff that they don't tell y'all about. What's up, Classic? I'm gonna show y'all some secret stuff today. You see I'm at the post office, but it's not a post office. You see it ain't nobody coming in and out of the post office. And it says United States Post Office, but it's not a post office. It's a facade. I'm gonna go on up in here real quick. I'm gonna turn the camera around so y'all can see. Like it says, it's a post office. United States Post Office. You see anybody here at the post office? Post office is supposed to be open right now. And we got a security gate that opens and closes. I get up inside. I gotta turn, put my, what you call it, in my pocket. Yeah. Everybody think we going to the post office. Thing is, we going to the post office building. It's like real security here. Gotta use your finger, if you know what I mean, to get in. I'll piggyback. Thank you. What's going on, Chief? We meet again, man. So, I got Charles Adam Sam 0312 1707.
No, he did. It was for the arm. I needed the one for the top box. So that was the wrong key.
There's two?
Huh?
There's another one.
Well, no, I was gonna go to the switch and reseat the port.
Yeah, you see it don't work either.
Huh?
The little button don't work.
Yeah, so that's what I was gonna try and check. Maybe the port's down and or the thing
Yeah.
runs back here.
You have a battery, remember that?
Yeah. We good.
Good morning. We had hopefully a third floor conference room.
It's not on? All right. Okay. I didn't get no green.
What was that?
I didn't get a green.
You don't have a battery, there's supposed to be some creative new battery, right?
All right.
Keep that on. That's for the other one, that's for Prima.
Okay.
You get one for this one.
Yeah, for Tupac.
I'll be right with you.
But this is the same badge. I had two before, but they took one away because they said that it would work for the same company I'm coming in for today.
Do that.
Yeah, because that's why she asked how many did I have, and I said I had two. And so she said, well, take the other one and toss it. You know, the girl who has a twin.
Oh, very good.
Yeah,
Yeah, they should be doing that.
yeah.
Who's the company?
It's been for a while. Hey, whatever works. All I need to do is just get in and do what I gotta do. Oh, thanks, man. You shouldn't have. I appreciate it, man. You know, that's what friends are for, man.
I feel you.
I'm just getting hungry. You know what? Let's get started on that.
You know what?
We have a shop right there, just about 50 yards from his place.
Uh-huh.
Capture,
Uh-huh.
good breakfast, man, $6-7 right?
No. See, you already did the $6-7, and you brought the 50 yards over here, man. So you took care of 2 steps.
This is special day, brother.
Oh, you too, man. All right.
1, 2, 3. Sir?
No.
That's the process.
What was that?
You're ready? 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 Here's the beat. One more. Alright. I'll also give you access to the parking lot, right?
Cool. Appreciate it, man. Same one? Okay.
Now, in the back, I'll write the company name so you know which one was.
Okay. Thanks, man.
Yeah. You want another lighter or you?
No, I'll just put it in my pocket and put it on this one afterwards. Thanks, Chief. Appreciate it, man. There we go. Nah, this ain't the same building. It's a different one. It's a different building. You got a buzz and fingerprint here, really good. That building that I was in before, that's a Home Depot building. This is a building where the stuff is at, the secret stash for, I don't know how many companies is here, but they got 4 floors of, you can't really talk much. It's gonna get loud, you're gonna hear a lot of air noise. So, you look at this, let me show you this. So this right here is where, if anything was to happen, a disaster or whatever, this place right here would never go down. But people don't know what it is. It's because they think it's the post office. And they think it's a part of the post office, but it's not. So when people come here and they try to park in the parking lot, excuse me, they'll say, are you here for the post office? And if you say yes, then you can't. They'll say, oh, you're gonna have to find parking. If they say, are you here for the post office? You say, no, I'm for here. That's when the arm goes up. So you have to say that, and they tell you that. I'm just going to work in a little cage today. What's going on, USA? For the umbrella court. Waiting on the night of living dead. Hey man, I tell you, when I was up with y'all, I was finishing up at Buffalo Wild Wings, but I was just chilling. I had the guys doing the work. So for today, I'm actually doing this. I actually got to patch a couple companies in today with this fiber right here. Yeah, it looked like spaghetti. That's because they don't be sending me the smaller stuff. But when my daughter's not in school and I have to do this, I bring her with me and I let her do it. And she's, at the time I got her into it, she was 4. So I was bringing her here, telling her what number to punch in, and she would punch them with the fiber connects. So they sent me a box of fiber connectors today. So I got some. So yeah. Oh, they sent me. Uh-oh. They sent me LC to SC. That's not cool. Yeah, so my oldest daughter, I bought her a 3D printer, and I started a store for her, and she was making iPhone cases. So she started doing iPhone X's, and she was doing the what's that thing called, the pop socket. She designed a few of those for pop socket. So she was designing the purple and pink pop sockets. So her stuff is there at Pop Socket. I forget what it is because I haven't talked to her in some years because stuff happened with her mom. She didn't like the fact that I had her running the business by herself. But my second oldest daughter, I'm trying to get her into something. But my little one, I have her doing IT stuff. So with me. So I try to have them involved in all types of stuff. My son, it is what it is. But for that, they love the fact that they get to come to places with me when I do go, and sometimes the places are not open. Other times the places are open, but we get to go in the secret parts. Like this one right here, when I brought her here, she thought we was going to the post office. What's up, Elko? She thought we was going to the post office. But when we got inside, she was like, Daddy, this ain't the post office. I'm like, I know. It looks like the post office, but it's not the post office. And so I had them do that. But yeah, it's just something simple. Show y'all that it ain't no cap on my part. I don't got no reason to lie to y'all because I ain't got nothing to prove. The only thing I can do is tell y'all something, and then y'all realize that I ain't full of shit. I ain't never gonna be full of shit because, like I said, if I lied to you, all of y'all, if I told y'all a lie, then I have to remember the lie that I told y'all the next time y'all talk to me, which could be a day, a week, a month, 6 months, or a year. So there's no reason for me to lie about that. So I do this type of shit all day long for places. So after this, I have to go to USC Credit Union, and then after that, I have to go to Citizens Bank. So the stuff I have to do there, I can't be on camera doing that because they have customer info. I can see the balances, and sometimes they count a lot of money around me. So if I had the camera or whatever, then I can't. It's tough for me to do that part and then talk at the same time because sometimes I have to interface with somebody on what I'm doing. But I just wanted to give y'all that they're like, oh yeah, I could be doing it. Like, nah, bro, I ain't got no reason to lie to y'all, man. Hey, what y'all see is what y'all get with me. Exactly. If you can keep your phone in your hand, you lucky when you at a bank, especially when you're on the back end of a bank, because one picture can take a bank down. If you send that picture to somebody or you record, oh man, that shit huge. And they find out you did it, because I know when I was at Union Bank, you sign an agreement that if anything happens at the bank, they can search your phone. And even when you're at the bank, you can only do certain things, and you have to use an encryption software to be able to access your work email on your phone, and you have to agree to it, and they run a background check. So for me to get into this building, they had to do a criminal background check. You know, that's just like any job. But they also have to do a federal background check because some of these what you call them, these cages are they're owned by other entities that are big time entities. So like this one right here, I can't tell you who that is, but I know who it is. If you know what I mean. Because I've come and worked on it before. But today I'm doing something that is very minor, but they need somebody to get this done. This has been on the schedule for 2 months. Oh yeah, the racks that are here are this place that I'm in. They set these racks up. The internals is what pretty much what we do. So I built this whole rack. I know mine so everything from under the Corning box. The Corning is just a fiber. Got used to it. So the Corning box is basically a patch panel, but it's a fiber patch panel. So you guys won't know anything by looking at this. This is for them, but I understand it. But this Corning box is owned by them because whatever company or whatever we're going to be working on, what we do is they put a patch in here from their fiber connects, and then what we do is we patch it to our switch. And so with our switch, we control the data, we control the speed, we can throttle them down. Say for instance, we charge $1,500 a month for just a 10 gig circuit. If they want to go to 20 gig, and once they make that first initial payment, then all we do is pretty much they speed up with this device. But everything else comes through this Cisco switch right here. So it goes from this router switch if they're directly connected with us, but if they just want just data to be at this location to where they are, yeah, I know, it's a rat's nest because they're all like 10-foot cables and 6-feet cables. As you can see, a 3-footer, I could clean this up. And that's one of the things that I told them. I was like, yeah, if you guys send me some 3-foot cables, then I'll be able to clean this up. But the fact that I would have to clean this up, it would take me at least, let's say, an hour. And they would have to notify, notify about 20 some odd customers that there's going to be intermittent outages. And so a lot of these customers are doing their financial transactions and also their day-to-day processing with other places, if you know what I mean, for what type of companies these are. But yeah, so that's the type of stuff. And so what I do is I'm going to patch, I forget what ports I'm going to be patching, but I'm going to be punching ports to this particular switch here because we've got, I think, 3 new customers. And so I'm just going to patch them and then talk to them when they can see data flowing on our end, then they're going to notify the customer that they're ready for their services to be active, and I have to get on the IP addresses that I registered for them. That's the boring part of it, but the rest of it will be patching the other 2 customers, and I think that the other 2 customers are just going to be getting data traffic as a secondary. So they're pretty much going to be coming from the Corning box, and they're going to go to this MikroTik, and then from there they're just going to have a secondary data that will be uninterrupted from this side, so that I'll set up a VPN on this side, so that in the event that their other location goes down for whatever reason, the traffic between the other sites would not be interrupted. So this right here is an endpoint to go to the next set of buildings that they have. I hope you guys understand that part, because if you don't, then what it means is, say for instance, when you're at home and you're on your phone, you're connected to your wireless service at your house. Well, in the event that the 4 or 5G that's in your location goes down, then naturally your wireless would take over. But in this instance, you would only have your 5G or your 4G service. So your secondary would be either this device or this device here, the Cisco device. This would take over and give you that 4 or 5G service when your main provider's 4 or 5G service goes down. And it happens so fast that you wouldn't even notice that you're on another service. You would just know that it continues to work. The ones that are connected through here take anywhere between 3 to 5 seconds to do a cutover. But anything connected with these fiber is within seconds. So I would say 3 to 5 seconds, it'll just automatically cut over. So now y'all can see, I can explain what I do. And I can explain what happens. Yeah, and plus certain people here, we get to have wireless service, and that wireless service, I know the last time I was here, my wireless went up to, it was like 750 gig down, and it was like 460 up. So you can just imagine, that's just on my phone. Now if I hook my laptop up, it's endless. But the phone can only handle, because you can't change the duplex on your phone. I think your phone is half duplex. But on my laptop, I can go full duplex to where it can go to whatever it is. T3 is 300 meg. That's it. Because a T1 is 100. And basically a T1, the technology with T1 is basically DSL, but many different connections within DSL to create that speed that you're supposed to get. So with DSL, it's basically going through the phone line consistently. So when they have T1 service, that's why T1 service used to cost so much, because you would pay, some places was $1,000 a month, some places was more, because they had to run extra lines to create that voltage to carry through, and then they had to go to the CO box. So the CO box is that box. It's either at the corner of where you live, or it's at the end of the block of where you live on the opposite side. And that's where every single phone connection terminates, and from there, it connects every single address, and then it has some spots for additional. And they say it's for growth, but it's not. So what happens is, from that CO box, it goes to another CO box that's at the next point. So the way they do that is, it'll have a 2-door CO box at the end of your block, and that services the homes in your area, maybe a few hundred homes. Then from there, you get to an even wider CO box, and that comes from the feed that goes to that first CO that's at the end of your block. So the way that a T1 works is that CO box that has, say for instance, I'll show you this. So from here, you pull this rack out. Oh, there's nothing in that one. Let's pull this one out. I'll pull the bottom one out. So I'll pull this bottom one out. So you see, there's this one available. There's 4 available. So you have this one. These are 2 customers, since they got them labeled. This is an empty. This is an empty. This is an empty. This is an empty. So in order to make that T3, you would take this one, which would be your main, and then you would combine 1 or 2 more to create that T1. So for your phone lines in your house, it's 3 volts. You double that voltage with another connection, you now have 6. So then for every one that you add, you're creating extra voltage to actually have extra data going out. So with that being said, what you do is you don't want a DSL connection, because a DSL connection is a shared connection between every single property that's on your street. So with every single property on your street, you have, say, your house, your neighbor's house, and that one. So what happens is, if each one of you is on the internet, then what happens is there's a speed decrease, but that speed decrease is based off of how close you are to the CO box. So say, for instance, your house is on the corner. That CO box is on the same corner to where you can look out one of your windows and you can see that box. That means that you're going to get the higher speed than the neighbors at the end of the block all the time. Now, when you deal with, say, for instance, your coax, which is your Spectrum, your Time Warner, your Cox, your Adelphia, those places that you have your cable company that get internet, every person has a shared line. No, it's not. They don't throttle. It's basically, for instance, if we're all lined up together, say this is the way it works. If we're lined up together and we're standing facing a certain person and we're repeating something back to him that we learned. If I'm talking louder than the guy next to me and the guy on the opposite side, he's going to hear me louder than it would be that if all three of us were speaking low. So it goes that way. The throttling portion is something that they do with cell phones, because the way cell phones work, it's not even a cellular phone. You know that they don't even say cellular service anymore if you pay attention to that. It's wireless service. So basically, if you drive around and you see the towers, they call them cellular towers. That's not what they are. All they are wireless repeaters. And it's just the same as the wireless in your house, that same exact technology, but just at a bigger scale to go across a larger area, and it just blankets that area. So it will be similar to how FM radio works, not AM, it works the same way as FM. So it basically just blankets that whole entire area, and then the further that you get, there's another repeater. That's when if you watch your cell phone when you're driving on the freeway, and you're driving, you'll notice that the closer you get to a freeway exit, your signal will go down. The phone quality won't change, but it'll go down, and then all of a sudden, the signal will just raise up really, really quick. Now, when it raises up really quick, that means that you didn't connect it to the next tower, and that's called a mesh. So what they are just mesh wireless towers. The more that they put up, the stronger it is, the further you go out. So say, for instance, one tower can cover a 5-mile radius. That's dangerous, but it works. And the reason why I say it's dangerous is because I did some stuff for T-Mobile. It wasn't legal. It was like 10 years ago. I was switching out switches. I was changing out switches for T-Mobile. I was changing out switches for T-Mobile. They told me, when you get 15 minutes from the site, to call us and let us know. And so what they were going to do is they were going to shut down the tower that was in the back of that particular site. I didn't do that because that's not how I work. What I ended up doing is, I got to the site. Once I got there, I say the tower was like from here to that right there. And I parked my car. All of a sudden, I had a badass headache. And when I got out of the car, I felt nauseous. And I actually threw up in the parking lot. And so I called them and told them that I'm there. And they said, "Where are you?" I was like, "I'm parked about 20, 30 feet away from the tower, but I'm close to the gate." And they says, "Oh, no. We need you to leave and come back when we call you and tell you it's safe to arrive. So once I did that, I felt fine. But that headache went away the further that I got away from that site. And whenever you see somebody working on the cell phone towers, that wireless tower is not active. It cannot be active because there's so much power that's going through there that if you there more than 2 or 3 minutes, man, you're gonna be sick. When I say sick, I'm talking about, man, you're gonna feel like I feel. You're gonna get nauseous, you're gonna have a headache, and you're gonna hear this ringing in your ear. So I know this is something that I probably shouldn't share with you guys, but at night you should really unplug your wireless device because your wireless router. Because I can tell you this, when you're asleep and there's certain dreams, it's because of that device. Most of that is because of that device. So I'm gonna get on here and do some work. I'll probably be here for about 20, 30 minutes, maybe less. But I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me. I really do. I just wanted to come on here and show you guys that I just don't do car shit, but this is my day-to-day duties that I do, and that I'm real with this. This is my shit. I can explain some shit. I can tell you how some shit works. I know some secret shit, and I know some other shit. But there's 3 things about me. And I'm gonna tell you. I see Elko, you here. I appreciate you too, bro. I don't bullshit you. I will never bullshit you. I will always be honest with you. And if I don't know, I will tell you that I don't know. And I ain't gonna try to make no shit up for you. So I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me. I just wanted to show you guys this to let you guys know, like, hey, this is my real hustle. This is my business. This is my company that I have been doing for over 10 years. And I don't work for nobody. This is all me because ain't nobody calling me. Like, look, this some shit. I won't show y'all the Addy or nothing. But I don't really care because if somebody was to come up and try to talk to me at my house, oh, they gonna get dealt with for sure. I know they around. Like, that's me right there. This the company. That's me. Y'all know my name. Next day. So that right there, I ain't got nothing to hide from y'all. Nothing at all to hide from y'all. Like, ain't no hidden agenda with me. What you see right now is the same dude that you get when I'm working on the car. And the reason why I can be so technical with the car is because I'm technical with this shit. And I just appreciate y'all for tapping in. I appreciate y'all. I'll check y'all later on somebody live or whatever, whatever the case may be. I like to joke around a lot because my life, I tell everybody, my life is like a donut. Sometimes I'm in the dough, and sometimes I'm in the hole. But at the end of the day, all my bills is paid, and I live good. I live real good. I live good. I can't say that I don't have to work, but I'm gonna tell you like this. I turn down work. I ask qualifying questions. I ask them, do I have to interface with India? I ask them if I have to deal with the Philippines. And I ask them, what is it that you actually need versus what you're telling me? And if it sounds like some bullshit, I'll turn it down. So a lot of people out there that they don't turn down no work because they need money. Me, I need work, but I turn down a lot of work. Because a lot of work to me is a waste of my time. This right here, I could have been out and done. But I wanted to get on here and show y'all how real this shit is to me and how technical this shit is. I mean, plugging in some cables and shit like that, that ain't nothing. That's nothing. The part that I have to do after I plug them in, that's the part that if you don't know what you're doing, you can fuck some shit up and you can cause a lot of turmoil. The type of insurance that I have to have $10 million insurance because of the fact that I go into data centers. If I unplug something and plug it into the wrong port and I cost the company data is there's no price tag on data. So if they want to come at me for $5 million, they can come after me for $5 million. If they want to come after me for $2 million and say that that's how much it's worth, oh well, I just gotta eat that. So, like for instance, the way that this is connected, let's look at this. This is a MikroTik router. This is a Cisco. These two don't talk to each other the same way. So the way that this has to be done is, you see, there's this red cable. I'm sorry. There's this red cable right here. Now this red cable comes from the Cisco router and goes to the MikroTik router. Both of these are routed. I have to make this talk to one another so that these two can be on the network and interface with each other to actually work this particular switch right here, that in turn works with this switch to actually bring data into this rack. That's the part that somebody that knows what they're doing has to do. So once again, I ain't gonna bore y'all with no more bullshit for me. I just want to get on here and show y'all, hey, it looked like a post office. You think it's a post office, but it's not a post office. I'll check y'all later. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. I really do appreciate y'all. I'm gonna get in here and do this work so I can finish my day, pick my girls up from school, and we're gonna have Valentine's Day together. I hope everybody have a good Valentine's Day. I know everybody that's married, I tell my wife, everybody that's married, Valentine's Day is every day. They don't have to be nothing special. But me and my wife, we going out because we got some people to watch the kids for a few hours, and we just gonna go hang out together and talk and probably hold hands. I don't know, but oh yeah. Hey, there's some AT&T sites that I go to also, but the thing is, they don't have AT&T on the front of the building, so you just see a building with cars in the parking lot, and that's how it is. But this one, the facade is the post office, so you think you're going to the post office, but you have to know the secret way to get in. You have to say, hey, when they buzz you, are you here for the post office? No, I'm for here. Arm goes up. Are you here for the post office? Yeah, I'm here for the post office. Arm don't come up. But once again,